Oh, I finally can't wait to eat something. Bro, they freaking. Is that Mario Tennis for the GameCube Japanese version?
Mario Tennis for the GameCube was released in 2004, being the second console game in the series. This game is boring. I mean the game of tennis is. With it being one of the first games ever to be made into a video game, you would think it would go through a ton of changes throughout the years. Pong was not only revolutionary, but it was literally one of the first genre-defining titles. And yes, I will leave it at that because I don't want to even try to get into the whole first game debacle. These games grew These games grew over time to more than just that. The games began to add color, depth, and even players. But there's one big, glaring problem with this. It's still tennis. When making tennis games, there's only 3 required elements: 2 players, a defined ball, and a court. Everything else is just neat parlor tricks. So, like how we saw that? That's it. We don't. People play tennis games to play tennis. It's almost sad to watch such hard work and effort go into the same game, but with different people and higher quality graphics. Even the covers have such striking similarities. I swear, if I ever have to see another cover with this pose, I actually don't care enough to do anything. It just looks goofy. This problem of repetitive game design is a serious problem when it comes to most physical-based activity games. What? Have you ever realized how stupid it sounds to make games about things you can go outside and do? Yeah, me too. But that's where Mario comes in! Like, dude, this game is gonna be lit! I apologize for my use of that word. It was merely for that joke. Please don't kill me. The bright character designs, the insane ideas and concepts that build off the game and really push it past just being a tennis game. It's just tennis again. Why? The opening of this game made it out to be awesome. I mean, when you first start out, you'll probably just go into the exhibition mode and just play a normal round of tennis. But of course, the characters aren't real. Mario has never came up to me and said, "Bing, bing, wahoo!" Where is it, Mario? Where is my bing, bing, wahoo? I need my bing, bing, wahoo! Oh my god. The stages just feel a bit brighter than most... No, wait, you can't do that. That's not legal. Or that. What the heck is going on? Why, it's the game's trump card, of course. The special abilities. Each character has their own respective ability that, on top of making the game more challenging, also brings the game from just being another tennis game to really giving it its own identity. Rather than just having each round going back and forth, you now must deal with the onslaught of your opponent's power-ups, while still trying to find an opening to push back with your own. This really creates a better and faster-paced dynamic. But, we are far from done. Because, you see, I'm only talking in context of just the normal exhibition mode. Go over even one mode, and it begins to get insane. The characters, the courses, and the chaos. Of course there's just more than that. The stages truly come to life like no other, with the characters from their respective games filling up the more specialized areas. The characters' animations really elevate every action, just that bit more, keeping it always feeling cartoony. It's surprising how much can be done without even seeing the character's face. Bro, if that's not the hardest foreshadowing I've ever done outside the canon stories, probably because there's not that much. For real. The atmosphere of each one is just so exciting, even when there's no action. But that is no longer an easy feat. As I said before, they all really come together to make an exciting experience. It's almost hard to be bored. In this part of the game, the most boring thing is the tennis ball itself. It doesn't even change, but that's not really needed because of all the other changes that have already been changed so much. Change. Huh. I feel really weird about this. If you come to this video, I'm sure what I've said about this game is nothing new to you. You should totally like and subscribe for more content like this, by the way. But I feel as there's not really any other way to explain this. Just the amount of unique content that is in this game compared to the rest of the genre is so bizarre. Maybe this isn't it. I feel like there's something that is important to go about when talking about this game. Who asked? No, seriously. Who asked for the gameplay to be changed? Who wanted anyone to try and innovate on a seemingly perfect game that really doesn't need anything added to make the game even better? I sure didn't, and frankly, no one else did. It feels weird to say such a thing. If this game hadn't been created, would there really be a difference in the world? No, not really. Even as the game lives on, no other tennis game has really changed their formula in a substantial way. Most tennis games don't even have a story. Unlike NBA 2K or even Madden, which don't have the most compelling stories, but they offer more than just the base game. Even checking the Game Rant's rankings of tennis games, it really shows how little variety there is. The only game that has a story that I know of is Tennis Story on Steam, which I'm willing to cover if there's enough want for it. Wank wank. What the? I just found someone that 100%ed the last 4 NBA games. Good lord. And they still have more variety than most other sports game players. Wow. Mad respect. Anyways, tennis just doesn't really need it. Any of this. So, who wanted it? And who was it for? Well, there's no one. This game is made for no one. But isn't that all games? No one really needs a game. Games are made for enjoyment, nothing else. People create them to find new ways to entertain people, or even just try to allow for people to have the same fun as always. Games are made for fun. Whatever that fun may be depends on the person. And that's one of the best things about game design. Games are games and always will be. Wait, wasn't this a video about Mario's tennis? I barely talked about it. What the? Just so we're clear, this is still a game dev channel, but the next video is half an hour long, so God bless my soul. Please save me. Please.